Every Sunday as a child, my parents would bring my brothers and I to St. Michael's Church in Highgate. And as I sat here in the pews, I'd be looking up at this, the great east window. I'd have known enough probably to know that the figure in the middle is Jesus, but I wouldn't have understood much else about the scene. Who that is stealing away at the bottom of the scene, or what he's got in his hand. And above it, there's an array of symbols and images. Firewood, urns, sheep. They all clearly mean something, but what? Questions spring at you from all around the church. What's the letter M? Why is the font at the west end of the church and the altar at the east end? In fact, why an altar at all? There are hundreds of years of faith and history that pour into a place like this. But there's nothing special about this church. The same questions are asked by every church that you might visit. What's this? We seem to have forgotten how to read the language of these buildings, with the result that they can seem baffling and obscure. As an author of books that unravel the meaning of churches, I've made it my mission to rediscover that language. The fact that you can find something like this is just extraordinary. Because churches shouldn't be a mystery. Built to the glory of God, they also tell us a lot about ourselves. Golly, the Normans built to impress. In this series, I'm going to explain 1,000 years of British Christian art and symbolism, giving a fresh perspective on the hopes, fears, and beliefs of our ancestors. Someone has come along and poked through the face of God himself. I want to overturn the cliches that reduce churches to little more than dusty museums or codes for Dan Brown to crack. There's so much more than that. There is tremendous beauty in churches, and it's there in the colours, in the space, and in the form. And it's people trying, using every skill to create a heaven on earth. In the beginning, there were no churches.